Indeed, the best time to forgive is before we're ever offended, but the next best time is now. If you're physically able, will you please stand? I have something that I've written that I really want to share with you. This is a declaration, and when I wrote this, it was a message really to myself, because I remember waking up at 2 a.m. in the morning and just feeling the weight of all that I was facing. 2 a.m. is such a complicated hour, isn't it? It's like too late to call your late friends, too early to call your early friends, so it's just you, right? And so often I would pray just the simplest prayers like, Jesus, I love you and you love me, and that's all I've got. And so to comfort myself, a lot of times I would pull out my journal and I would write declarations. So this declaration was something that I wrote for myself, but I'm so grateful I get to share it with you today. This is forgiveness, making the decision that the ones who hurt you no longer get to limit you, label you, or project the lies they believe about themselves onto you. Somewhere along the way, they got hurt, really, really hurt. Maybe they really aren't necessarily bad people, but chances are maybe they're unhealed people. But honestly, aren't we all unhealed people? Do we ever really get to the place where we're like, finally, I figured it all out? Like, I'm not going to do anything else wrong. No, we never get to that place on this side of eternity. We can grow. We can go to counseling. We can study the Bible. We can allow God to have his way with the sanctification process, all of that. But you see, if I look at people who have hurt me and I just say to myself, like, they're such bad people, then forgiveness will feel like a really unfair gift that I have to give. But if I just change my perspective and I say, they're unhealed people, it helps. And that something happened to them along the way. I don't have to know what it is, but if they're doing something cruel to you, something cruel has been done to them. It doesn't make it right. It doesn't justify it. It's just a fact to consider. When people have a deep wound they feel they must protect, the pain from that festering place is often what they'll project. So you must make the decision that their offense will not define you or confine you by the smallness of bitterness. The sum total of your one incredible life must not be reduced to the limitations of living hurt. The completely delightful, beautiful, fun, and brilliant way God made you must not be tainted by someone else who lost their way. You've got much too much going for you to be stunted by anger or haunted by resentment or held back by fear. Grow into God's grace by giving forgiveness kindly and receiving it freely. Throw your arms up in victory and declare, I'm free to forgive so that I can live. Do it once, do it twice, do it 70 times 7. Make it an undeniable fact that you are indeed bound one day for heaven. This forgiveness message you dare to declare is evidence of Jesus in you that not one soul can deny. Sing it like an anthem that the one who was crushed will not have their joy hushed. Scatter it like confetti, coloring bland surviving with the radiance of thriving. Release it like the fantastic fragrance everyone loves and always wants more of. Now, put your fingers on your pulse. Go ahead, you can do it. Do you feel that? It's your heart. It's beating, pumping, willing you to press onward and upward. Your life, your future is full of possibility, new joys that you do not want to miss. So maybe it's time to get carried away, dancing to that song. You know the one where you can't stay down when its rhythm gets turned all the way up. And if it's not a praise song, if it's not a Jesus song, sing it to Jesus anyways, right? It's time to get moving and on with living. This, my friends, is the power of
for giving.